Lisa Walker here. I know it's almost 9 o'clock, at least in my time zone. And I was actually going to talk about um, the best way to stay on top of um, all of the virtual meetings and platforms. And, I joined Clubhouse. There's just always new social media platforms for fun and for business, and sometimes it gets very overwhelming, um, knowing which ones are going to be the best fit for you or where you're going to have the most engagement, no matter what that is. I know that some people started kind of getting off Instagram because they wanted something that was a little bit more interactive. So they do more Snapchat. I have tried Snapchat like 1,000 times and I just can't get in the groove. And I also start to feel, like I said, just like there's just too much and your brain gets overwhelmed. And part of my issue too was like overlapping virtual events because there's so many anymore. And it we all know it started with the COVID, but I was taking like free classes, and there's all these great free trainings online, but a lot of them are, even if they're a 5 day program and you remember to write them in your calendar, you're double checking because it's like, oh, what if that's the Eastern time zone and that's what they've been doing? And you write down, you know, 11 o'clock and you're like, oh my God, how did I miss it? Or why am I early? Or whatever. And it's just like, oh, dang it, it wasn't in my time zone. So maybe I'm just speaking for myself. But I tend to do that. Like I wrote down, there's an event that I scheduled in February, and I wrote down all the dates. And then somewhere along the line, I was like, oh my God, that's not the right time zone. They're like 2 hours difference, and so mine's gonna be like 2 hours earlier than theirs, or I don't even remember. I just know that it was off, and so I get overwhelmed because sometimes there's crossover too. Um, and a lot of them have homework. And then you feel like, oh, I've missed out. So, what kind of awesome content am I missing out on? And every once in a while, you'll see like a blip from a live, and all these people are like, oh my God, that was great information, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, dang it, I missed the information. Where's the replay? And you just get bombarded just day in and day out. And so I was actually Googling like the best way to manage all of the virtual engagements and virtual, whatever you want to call them, because usually they're meetings, right? I mean, yeah, we've had some Zoom happy hours and stuff, but people are trying to get out and be a little bit more normal. So it's primarily for people that are in business. But when I was Googling it, it wasn't so much frustration from what I was seeing about managing them and staying on top of them, but by people being exhausted by them. And that apparently, according to Google World, and there was multiple things that just came up, um, that they're actually more exhausting than real meetings because it's a lot harder to make yourself feel like you're engaging on a virtual meeting rather than where somebody can feel your vibe, because you're having a networking event and you've got, um, 20 people in one room. And now, and if you're wanting to have a one on one, sometimes you're there a few minutes early, you're stay a few minutes late, or, whatever. But in the virtual setting, it's like you're scheduling, here's a half an hour block with this person, here's an hour block with that person. And, you know, not everybody is like me, or I'm just like, look, I'm just happy to be here. I'm not gonna do up my face, um, put on my makeup to. I used to do that for you guys all the time, but now it's just like it's 9 o'clock at night. I mean, I want my face to be clean and my moisturizer to be on, and not worry about if my makeup is all dead. And maybe that's not your thing, that's fine too. But and that's off topic anyway. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's a little hard to be presentable all the time when all these meetings are going on at times of the day where you wouldn't normally do them. Like if you had a meeting at 6 o'clock, you would know, you would have been dressed for the day, you would have had your makeup done and whatever, and so you can look professional when you go to these. And now, I mean, we've seen all the commercials where, a guy's wearing a suit and he has the um, um, camera angled and you can see that he's like in boxer shorts or whatever. So anyway, if you guys have some helpful tips on, how you either manage the actual meetings, whatever you want to call them. They're not always called meetings, but depending on, what I don't know, they're like 5-day workshops. That was the word I was looking for. See, I knew it would come to me eventually. So, and again, we get fatigued, right? So being on all the time can be exhausting. So try not to overbook your calendar. Try not to um, not only overbook your calendar, but pay attention to what you're doing as far as like if you're in a workshop that is going to require you to do homework and then you're going to feel guilty because you didn't get to it. Don't put those things back to back to back. If you've got a 5-day workshop that you want to do, give yourself a break and just focus on that workshop for that week if you can. Rather than like, oh my God, the workshop, ended at 3 and now I have a Zoom at 3:30 and then I have a Zoom at 4 and it just there's no reason to make ourselves that crazy and that stressed, right? It's again the mindset and staying healthy. And I know I talked a little over today. I'm even surprised that I remembered to hop on, quite honestly. So I don't know why, but I'm super super tired today. I even dozed off. I did a few things. I never have a day where I completely do nothing. I have yet to reward myself, for lack of a better word, with doing literally nothing. I feel guilty. I can't do that. But I did still have a fairly relaxing day. And I hope you guys too, since it was Sunday, we got to kind of like re energize for the work week ahead. And I guess that's it for today since I'm on a rambling, probably too tired to think, so I'm rambling. So I will not keep you guys any longer. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.